Hey, peasants! It's the Superlink Super Show. Oh, that was not the... There we go. That's the one I had set up for this. I'm so excited. I love this game, and I love voicing these characters so much. And everyone's been almost Christmas posting, and it's got me hungry. So there might still be an ad playing for some people. I'm gonna give it a little second to catch up, but Happy New Year, everyone. Now here's gonna be the fun challenge for all the viewers. Can you determine the difference between my Phoenix voice and my Link voice? So that's going to be a little more difficult with the streams as reference since I don't do anything to voice Link versus the abridged, but well, I saved your princess. Kiss me. Anyway, I guess without further ado, unless anyone has any objections, I think we should just jump right into it. Whoa! Why is it so fast? Oh my god, let's start that again. What? Okay. There we go. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. By the way, there's so much context that I'm not going to bother explaining it, Stephen. By the way, August 3rd, 2016, the date of Phoenix's first trial is me as in the person controlling Link, and my wife as in the person who did the art for Link, who did the Vtuber model. Our anniversary is Phoenix Wright's first trial, and we met through Ace Attorney. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. Partially. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Ah! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Well, the newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. But actually, it's Link. That's called acting. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He's a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2, I think. I was watching this. Oh. What if I just tried something completely out of... Because, you know, everyone does like the sort of Gandalf voice for the judge. What if I just tried something completely out of left field that I will regret later? The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. What do you think, chat? Do we keep the voice? Do we listen to that for the whole game? If not, I'll go back to the voice you expect me to do. Wasn't Piggy per se. This is Piggy. I was doing this. It's similar part of my throat, but I was still giving him the British accent. I was giving him a falsetto British. My goal was to do a really, really, really bad Winnie the Pooh impression. Do we keep it? All dog alert going on outside. Oh, bother. Is it more like that? I've never been able to do that voice, but I just thought it... Whatever. We'll figure it out. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. You know what? I'm going for it. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. I'm keeping it. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances,
I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Ooh. Hands shaking, eyesight fading, arms spaghetti.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? The victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
Cinderblock. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
poisoned with a blunt object. Ow! She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. At least it wasn't the thinker. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then, first a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court what the object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Listen, I've been around the Ace Attorney wagon more than once, Mia. This may be Phoenix's first trial, but this is like my fifth Phoenix's first trial.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony! Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. This line is so funny. I can't believe it's this early in the game. Daddies? Sugar? That response is even funnier. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Oh, should we put it to a poll? Should we put it to a poll? Should we put it to a poll? Let's put it to a poll. Let's put it to a poll. All right, let's see. Let's see what we're doing. Oh! I don't know if there's... Oh! 50-50! Is it gonna be stuck there? I don't know that there's that many people watching. Uh-oh. Well, yeah. Well, let's wait and see what happens, I guess. Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp! Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. Those who've been following me for a while will recognize this frame. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Stephen. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. You went? Oh my god, you went. Order. Order.
Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, I didn't see her. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who could prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Well, that's pretty incriminating. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? And I always make the joke, no one was selling newspaper subscriptions in 2016. Oh, well, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony! Witness's account! I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door wide open, half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman. Not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Dollop Days. Here is your smooch. Mwah. Oh, I know what that means, Your Honor. But, you know, to the kids in the stands, maybe it's better if you explain. I mean, I could. All right, right? This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies of that testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination! Witness's account! So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Huh? Oh, that. Oh, Objection! This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Witness testimony at the time of the discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Cross-examination! Time of the discovery! Let me make the game louder for y'all. So low. How's that? We like this? Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Huh. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Huh.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Witness testimony, hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Get it? Saw it? There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Cross-examination, hearing the time. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes! Your Honor, there was a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard!
Why do you scream like that? Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Objection! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Conjecture? I don't know the meaning of the words. I should really look them up later. Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock. No, I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Shut up! I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death.
What is it? What's going on? Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor! A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright!
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Babe. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw It heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You forgot one thing. No. What's he talking about? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I'm so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sort.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Side. Chief. Listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the box. Long before I did, if anyone's watching, I don't know. Long before I did an Zelda Abridged series, I did a Phoenix Wright Abridged series, and after Mia said, try thinking outside of the box, it cut to Phoenix with a cardboard box over his head that had Thinkin' Box written on it with crayon. And he says, Chief, you know this is part of my process. Yeah, I knew you remembered it, and I'm like, ooh, I'm not telling this information to anyone new. If no one but Steven is watching, I might be wasting my breath. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. It was 9 hours fast! Sorry, I was receiving a message. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh! Ow! say?
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. I think this is the fastest I've ever burned through this case. Probably because I have it so well memorized and no one's riffing with me.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Botts,
not guilty.
Yay! And with that, the court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. Yeah. Yeah, I did that in, I started the stream half past the hour, lollygagged a little bit. We're probably talking like 40 minutes, maybe? After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. Yeah, a common newspaper salesman. He was selling AOL free sign-up discs. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I think. Whew. Still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Well, I'll change soon. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, but bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. You know what only just occurred to me in that moment? You know who would make an amazing Larry Butts? Matthew Lillard. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? She loved to thinker. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. This is okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Yeah, right. The heck is she talking about? Hits him on the head. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is a clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Huh. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall you be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "G-Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay me. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. All right, I didn't think I was gonna finish that fast. I want to, when I do Turnabout Sisters, I want to do it with the Triforce of Wisdom as Maya, and I have not messaged her and asked if she's free. So I am gonna end the Ace Attorney section of this stream for now. We will resume another time when Shrinka isn't with company. Also. And we will be right back with some Homestar Runner videos that we're just going to watch together as a chat.